Speaking of five, it's a 5-month battle for ownership of the Miami Marlins that is now, at this hour, turning into a real nail-biter. Jorge Massa's home run bid looking like it might be held up at third as a new player enters the game for Team Jeter. Charlie Gasparino.
Well, this is fascinating because this bidding war, as we've been covering it, we were actually the first to break it earlier a couple of months ago. It features all these interesting players. Remember, Mitt Romney's son Tag was in it. We don't know if he's still in it. He led a bidding group for the Miami Marlins.
Go ahead, tell me who it is.
No, Jeb Bush, the former governor, was kind of in it. Now we have another player, Michael Dell. Okay?
What?
Okay, here we go. The family office of Michael Dell has made a significant investment in Derek Jeter's bid. From what we understand, what sources are telling the Fox Business Network, and we have confirmed that something called MSD Partners, Michael S. Dell Partners.
That's his venture capital.
Well, it's his family office. It's an offshoot of it. It's an advisory firm that's related to his family office, which manages his net worth of $20 billion. Basically gave $175 million to Jeter in the form of a preferred stock. So what this does is this. It moves Jeter closer to his $1.3 billion deal with another $175 million, but it is preferred stock. And what's interesting about this, the coupon, from what I understand, is something like 10% on this deal. That's pretty significant. Preferred stock works like debt. And here's the rub. Will the Major League Baseball, will they allow an investment like this in a bid, because they don't like debt generally? And preferred stock, I know I said stock, but preferred works as debt. You get guaranteed quarterly or maybe monthly and usually quarterly dividends like a bond would pay a coupon to somebody. You also, on the pecking order, just in case of bankruptcy or some issue, you're up there with the bondholders on the capital structure. So you get paid off first. You get paid. Preferred stockholders and bondholders get paid off first in the event of a liquidation before the common shareholders. So that's the one sort of negative here. The positive here is clearly Jeter is chipping away at the $1.3 billion. We know he's got something like $300 million from a money manager named Bruce Sherman, Florida-based guy, who's been running money for years. He's got money from him. He's got some other cash, and now he's got close to $200 million from Michael Dell. Not a bad source. You know, it's a very stable.
Interesting. He's a Texas guy.
Michael is,
buying into the Marlins.
Right.
I mean, it's normal. Well, you've got a lot of hedge fund guys in New York investing in the Milwaukee Bucks and other teams.
Let's be clear here what this is. This is his family office, right? Now, Dell, from what I understand, is aware of this investment. This family office manages his massive net worth of $20 billion. You know, there's guys under him that are making this investment. Anyway,
next thing you know, it'll be Ted Waite making a play. Remember that guy?
Yes, I do.
Founder of Gateway Computers.
Michael Dell's a fascinating guy, right? Created this big computer company, and then he recently brought it private.
Those two guys?
And they're making money. Anyway, what do you got?
Great scoop. But I had to ask your opinion on the cover of the New York Post today.
Yeah, look at that.
You guys seen that?
It is Scaramucci.
I think we have a tight. More organized graphic here on this, but
there's Jared up there, and there's Bannon.
Okay, and Jared is hiding in the
bushes.
In the bushes.
You know, it really is.
I like the bandana.
It really is a bizarre spectacle, isn't it?
Yes, and it would be funny if it weren't running the nation.
I know, and we do have tax cuts, and you know, I wish they'd just get their acts together. I will say this: you know, I know Anthony. Anthony is a brilliant businessman.
This is what I've seen is not the Anthony we know.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. What I would say, he could be volatile. And by the way, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just telling you that like it is. He could be volatile. But I'll tell you, man, I've never. I was speechless on that. That New Yorker article. I thought it was like. I thought it was reading The Onion.
I wasn't grabbing my pearls. It wasn't a grabbing the pearls moment, because you know what? If you've worked in a newsroom, but I'll tell you,
I've never said that I performed that act on myself.
Oh, okay, Charlie, thank you.